Hey there, welcome back to Thorn FC. Today, we'll be looking through the biggest news stories that are lighting the footballing world on fire, including Mbappe's future in the Premier League, PSG replacing Mbappe with two big signings, Cristiano Ronaldo saving his team from elimination, João Félix returning to his old club, Chelsea's biggest signing injured, and much more. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the most important news from your favorite players and teams. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Starting out with Kylian Mbappe moving to Chelsea. It feels like the end is in sight for the Mbappe to Real Madrid saga. The French forward has already been transfer listed by the club after refusing to sign a contract extension that prevented him from leaving for free next summer. However, Real Madrid are currently not interested in making the first bid for the player, after the Parisians ignored their transfer offer of 170 million euros back in 2021, which opens the door for Chelsea, who are on the verge of bringing Mbappe to Stamford Bridge. But, as reported by Sport, Mbappe would only be willing to go to Chelsea for 1 year, either on a loan or permanent transfer, so he could then complete his dream move to Real Madrid. There's still some uncertainty in the air, but it's starting to feel like Mbappe's future will definitely be in the Spanish capital. Next up, Cristiano Ronaldo saves Al Nassr from elimination. Al Nassr, who ended the debut to new signing Sadio Mane in the second half, found themselves 1-0 down against Zamalek. With that result, Cristiano's club would be eliminated from the Arab Club Champions Cup, but with 3 minutes remaining on the clock, Cristiano popped up with his vintage header to tie the match. The game would finish 1-1, and that result was enough for Al Nassr to advance to the next round, finishing second in their group. Cristiano will now face Moroccan side Raja Casablanca in the quarterfinals this Sunday and will start his Saudi Pro League campaign on the 14th of August against Steven Gerrard's Al Ettifaq. Next up, PSG replaced Mbappe with two big signings. Following all the controversy surrounding Mbappe's future, PSG have decided to sign some replacements for the French star. The first was Ousmane Dembélé. As reported by Sport, Dembélé flew to Paris on Thursday morning in order to continue negotiations with PSG officials for a deal worth around 50 million euros. The other signing will most likely be Gonçalo Ramos from Benfica. The Portuguese striker, who famously scored a hat-trick in this past World Cup, is set to join the Parisians for a fee around 80 million euros with add-ons included. Just like Dembélé is expected to sign a contract valid until 2028, and according to Fabrizio Romano, the deal could be completed until the end of the week. Which ties up to the next news, as João Félix could return to Benfica. After being rejected by Xavi, who doesn't see Felix as the ideal replacement to Dembélé, the door is now completely open for a return to Benfica. According to various Portuguese news outlets, Rui Costa sees Felix as an immediate replacement for Gonçalo Ramos and will try to bring the Portuguese back to his former club on a loan deal. Still, according to Benfica's coach Roger Schmidt, it's impossible for Felix to return and continue to earn 7 million euros a season, but a lack of options in the European market might make the young player reconsider his salary demands. Up next, Chelsea's biggest signing suffers an injury. Yesterday, Chelsea faced Dortmund on a friendly match. The game would finish tied 1-1, but the main talking point out of that match would be the knee injury Christopher Nkunku suffered just 22 minutes after the beginning of the match. The Bundesliga's joint top scorer had to be substituted, and although he was able to walk off the pitch unaided, he was later seen with an ice pack on the injured area. This is especially concerning considering Nkunku's injury history, and although it appears to be nothing too serious, it is still unclear if he'll be fit for Chelsea's opening Premier League fixture against Liverpool this Sunday. Continuing on with more Premier League news, as Manchester City sign a new defender. The citizens have had a quiet summer so far, with the most notable transfer being Mateo Kovacic, but that is about to change as Manchester City is about to sign another Croatian international, this time Joško Gvardiol. According to Fabrizio Romano, Leipzig and Man City are settling the last details of an agreement that will be signed until the end of the week. Gvardiol will join the citizens for a 90 million euro fee, becoming the second most expensive centre-back of all time, only behind Harry Maguire. Now let's hope he has a better time in his new club than the English international. Next up, more stars moving to Saudi Arabia. As reported by Fabrizio Romano, Barca and Al Ahly have reached an agreement to bring Franck Kessie to the Saudi Pro League. Although the Ivorian midfielder had initially been reluctant to leave Barcelona since he had joined the club only a year ago, the 20 million euros that he'll receive per season until 2026 were enough to make him change his mind. This transfer is a great deal for Barca, who signed Kessie for free and will now receive 15 million euros in return. Another player who seems to be on the way to Saudi Arabia is Willian from Fulham. The former Chelsea and Arsenal player had recently signed a contract extension with Fulham that would keep him in Craven Cottage until the end of the season. But after being approached by Al Shabab with double the package that he's earning in England, the Brazilian has said yes to the Saudi club. Fulham, on the other hand, are not keen on letting the player leave and are expecting a hefty fee if Al Shabab really want to take him. And our final news story is Chelsea's new defender. After the departures of Azpilicueta and Koulibaly, Chelsea have seen the defensive options depleted, a problem that was aggravated with Wesley Fofana's serious injury that will keep him sidelined for the majority of the season. The Blues didn't waste time and were quick to find a replacement, signing Axel Disasi from Monaco for a €45 million fee. The French international is a versatile player who mainly plays as a centre-back, but can also be used as either a left-back or a right-back. An interesting signing from Chelsea that undoubtedly has big shoes to fill. And that is it for the video. Make sure you subscribe to Turn FC and click on the bell so you never miss the latest football news, stories and top 10 lists. Like the video so it can be pushed to more people, and as always, thank you for watching until the end, I appreciate you and I will see you soon.